Kitchen Life Basics. I'm Chef Darren. Today, we're going to try to take the guesswork out of cooking fish. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that shy away from cooking fish. It can be intimidating sometimes. And I think the reality is cooking fish is actually very, very simple. It takes very little time. But because of the simplicity, people quite often expect that it's going to be more difficult than it is. And that causes a bit of an issue. Today we have a nice piece of steelhead trout. It's going to be the equivalent to cooking salmon or any of those kind of salmon style fish. It's got the skin on, which I really like to cook with. We're gonna sear it so we have a nice crispy skin. The things to look for when you're buying a fish is you want the flesh of the fish to be nice and firm. So if it's soft and mushy, that's not good. Obviously you want that nice bright color is important. Also, there should be very little smell to it, no odor. As I mentioned, we're gonna do a quick sear on this, and we're gonna make a pan sauce with lemon and capers. We're keeping it simple, and we're gonna show you how easy it is to make delicious fish. I have it on paper towel. Before we start cooking it, we're gonna actually pat it a little bit with the paper towel. We want the surface of the fish to be dry on both sides. That is going to add to our ability to get a nice crust on the fish. A few other things that I have that we're going to add to this afterwards, a selection of vegetables. And don't worry about this right now, we're more focused on the fish. But a nice selection of vegetables, of course, super simple. We're going to do a quick saute with those, and that'll be served with our fish. For this, we're going to need some lemon. We have some diced up shallot and garlic. And we have some beautiful fresh dill. We're going to start by trimming the fish just a little bit so that it is a uniform shape. That will assist in equal cooking. So I'm just going to trim a little bit off the one end here. And then I'm going to make two portions out of this piece. So I'm going to cut it right down the center. All right, so there's our two very nice portions. We're going to season both sides of the fish. A little bit of kosher salt. And some black pepper. We'll give those a flip and do the same on the other side. Okay, so we're ready to start cooking our fish. We've got our pan heated. It's on medium-high right now. We're going to add a bit of oil to the pan. And we'll let that get pretty hot, just on the verge of smoking. And before you actually start the cooking process, you want to make sure you have yourself some tongs and some type of spatula. This is a fish spatula. You don't need this particular spatula, but you do need something in order to lift and turn the fish without breaking it. Our pan is nice and hot. We're going to put the fish in skin side down. And we're going to give it a moment to let that skin get nice and crispy. And then we can gently move it around, making sure that it's not sticking to the pan anymore. Also, that helps us find another kind of hot area to keep that sear going on. Okay, so we're going to flip these over now and sear the other side. And you can see we got a beautiful crust on that skin. Now, fish becomes very delicate as it's cooking. So you have to be careful, so handle delicately. All right, so we're going to carefully transfer these to a plate, and we can build our pan sauce. And there's our beautiful, crispy, pan-seared steelhead trout. All right, so this sauce goes very quickly together. We're going to add to the pan some shallot and some garlic. We'll just give that a stir. We're gonna add a little bit of capers. And we'll add some lemon juice. And the last thing we'll do is add some butter. I've turned the heat off so the butter will melt gently. A teeny bit of hot water. Now that is a beautiful sauce. A little bit of fresh dill we're going to add to that. All right, so there is our lemon caper dill butter sauce. Very simple. It's going to go great with our steelhead trout. Okay, and to plate this up, we're just serving a little mixture of jasmine and wild rice. And of course, our beautiful selection of just barely steamed vegetables. Okay, our fish is rested, so we're going to put our crispy steelhead trout on top and our beautiful butter sauce over top. And there you have very simple preparation of crispy steelhead trout with a lemon caper butter sauce.